Hey there! So now we move on to Acts 4 and 5 of Moliere's play Tartuffe. So in Act 4, thanks to Elmire, the wife of Orgon, we have a plan to officially out Tartuffe and make Orgon see that Tartuffe is a fake. But does it really work? Tartuffe also has something up his sleeve. But in the end, we will see all goes back to the way it should be. Now, we see that Tartuffe's act of religiosity and piousness was really an attempt to seize power and wealth. So, do you think Moliere is making a statement against the Catholic Church? Is he being so bold as to criticize the Catholic Church? One important quality of writing from the Enlightenment era is a philosophical skepticism, where writers question traditional authorities, authorities like the church or the monarchy. And they also questioned illogical and superstitious beliefs. This era is also known as the Age of Reason, and that is because writers mocked the irrational and saw the ability to think logically and think for oneself as a virtue. So, where do we see these ideas in Moliere's play? Some characters, like Orgon and Madame Pernelle, blindly trust Tartuffe because he puts on all the outward signs of being religious. They are very gullible and do not really think for themselves. Meanwhile, we do see some characters think for themselves, like Dorine and Cléante. Well, Cléante, he's the man with the longish brown hair and the mustache. Cléante is very even tempered and rational. He's always thinking things through logically. Dorine is more humorous in her, very pragmatic view of the world and in her criticism of Tartuffe. So Cléante and Dorine the maid do not believe everything they see. So they are more skeptical in general. And then remember the outing of Tartuffe, the revelation to Orgon that he's a fraud, would not be possible without his wife Elmire and her performance. So, just as Tartuffe put on an act for Orgon and dupes him, fools him into believing he's religious, Elmire also puts on an act and she fools Tartuffe by pretending to be attracted to him. And she fools him into revealing his true intentions. So Elmire saves the day because she kind of beats Tartuffe at his own game. Or does she? There's more. In Act 5, it does not disappoint because there's another twist at the end. Just when it seems that Tartuffe will really take the families home because Orgon signed over that document to him, the wise king can also see through Tartuffe's act. And the king knows that Tartuffe had defrauded Orgon. So in the end, thanks to the wisdom of the king, all is right again in the household of Orgon. We will continue looking at the Enlightenment in our next module on Voltaire's fictional narrative, Candide. Voltaire was writing almost 100 years after Moliere, and we can see how much further the Enlightenment era criticism of the Catholic Church had developed. So, What do you think Moliere is satirizing here? Gullible people like Orgon? Religious hypocrites like Tartuffe? What flaws do you think Moliere is pointing out? Is he pointing out corruption in the church? I look forward to seeing what you think of the end of the play. I'll see you on the discussion board.